A recent survey found that the cost of dating has increased since last year. That means when you're trying to find romance, you're trying to find love, you're trying to start a relationship that is based on genuine trust, you're trying to find your person, it's going to be more expensive to date them. Movies are more expensive, dinner is more expensive, cars, everything or gifts are more expensive. Everything associated with dating and courtship and romance are more expensive since last year. So, what does that mean? It means you have to be more selective. You can't simply spend your time dating people just because they're attracted to you and they caught your attention. It's important for you to choose wisely who you can trust. Look for someone who holds themselves accountable. Look for someone who knows how to communicate. Look for someone who knows how to be transparent with their feelings towards you. Look for someone who knows how to create a safe space for vulnerability. Look for someone who knows how to explore intimacy in a healthy way. You have to be more selective. One of the reasons why you're not finding the person that you're supposed to be with, the reason why you're not in a healthy relationship, is because you're spending time with people who are not worth your effort. Now, if you're an overachiever like me, you may feel like, hey, I can change anyone. I can reform anyone. I can lead anyone. I can manage anyone. I can do anything that I put my mind to. If you're one of those people with high confidence, you're an overachiever, you're an outperformer, you are the most susceptible to being in a relationship with someone who is not on your level. And you may be thinking, you know what? I'm in a relationship with someone who is not on my level, but I can lead them. I can change them. I can make them the person that I know they can be. If you are like that, there's a good opportunity that you are wasting your time, spending your time with someone who is not on your level, who doesn't hold themselves accountable, doesn't know how to communicate, doesn't know how to be transparent. You may be spending your time with someone who doesn't have the skills and doesn't want to develop them. And that's why you're not finding love. That's why something is not right and something doesn't feel right in your life. Stop blaming other people. Stop picking up these projects that are actually taking you away from your long-term goals. Start today learning how to decide who to trust. Learn what signs to look for. Learn what to look for when someone has low accountability and doesn't want to develop it. Learn what things to look for when someone is a poor communicator, when they communicate in unhealthy ways and they don't want to change. Learn what to look for when someone is too afraid to be transparent with how they feel about you. They don't want to commit to you. They don't want to voice their passion toward you. Learn what to look for when someone has a problem with transparency. Learn what to look for when someone has a problem being vulnerable. You can create the conditions. You can create a safe space for vulnerability, and someone can step into your world and step into that space, and you can share your vulnerability with that person. But there are people out there who don't want to be vulnerable. There's people out there who will listen to what you have to say and listen to your insecurities, and they will not create a safe space for you. They will make you feel uncomfortable. You may be a secure person, you may be a confident person, you may have a high self-esteem, but there are people out there who are afraid to be vulnerable. And so they will make it uncomfortable for you to be vulnerable. And when they make it uncomfortable for you, it is very difficult for you to trust that person in a relationship. And if you spend your time with someone who you cannot trust, or you spend your time with someone who doesn't have the skills to be worthy, or doesn't have the skills to generate trust or to grow trust in a relationship, when you spend your time with that person, you can live a very horrible life. You'll have to always be on. You'll never be able to be in a place where you feel secure emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. Learn what to look for when someone has a problem with vulnerability. Learn what to look for when someone has a problem with intimacy. There's people out there, after you have vulnerability and and you're in a healthy relationship and you've been with them long term, there's some people out there who are afraid of intimacy and they don't want to explore intimacy. Anything that is intimate, when you talk about emotions or spirituality or physical intimacy, there are some people out there who are so anti intimacy. Learn what to look for when you're dealing with someone who has a problem and doesn't want to work on it. They don't know how to be intimate, and they don't want to work on it. There's a special kind of arrogance when it comes to that. There's a special kind of a defective personality trait. When you're dealing with someone and all the criteria is there, you're holding yourself accountable, you're using great communication, you're being transparent, you're showing vulnerability. There's a different kind of personal defect when you've done all of those things and the person doesn't want to be intimate. They don't want to explore emotional intimacy. A lot of times I think people are guiding themselves out. They're avoiding emotional intimacy. They're avoiding spiritual intimacy. They're avoiding those types of intimacies because they're afraid. But if someone is determined to be afraid and live their life afraid their whole life, you can't change that. And if you do try to change it, it's going to take up a lot of your time. They need to go to a professional. Focus on learning how to decide who to trust. It's more expensive. It's going to be more costly. It's a greater investment to date and to be in a relationship now. The odds are not on your side, especially if you're a good person with a good heart and you're trying to build a relationship that is based on genuine trust. So you have to be selective. There's going to be more people who are attracted to you. You're going to be a better partner to more people than people are going to be to you. It's more likely for you to find someone who is attracted to you than it is for you to find someone that you should be attracted to. People who know how to build relationships that are based on genuine trust, it's very few and therefore very far between. I'm doing my part right here, but there's very few people know how to do it. That's why so few people actually experience love in their relationships. It's not too late for you. Start working on how to decide who to trust. Learn how to decide who to trust.